The Book of Proverbs, Wisdom for Life Introduction. Unveiling the timeless wisdom of Proverbs. The Book of Proverbs, nestled in the heart of the Old Testament, is a collection of sayings and teachings that have guided countless generations. Penned primarily by King Solomon, renowned for his God-given wisdom. Proverbs covers every aspect of daily life: work, relationships, choices, and character. It is not just a religious or philosophical text, but a guidebook for living wisely and timeless and universal. What sets Proverbs apart is its timeless relevance. The principles found here speak as powerfully to today's challenges as they did thousands of years ago. In a world full of rapid change and information overload, Proverbs cuts through the noise with concise, actionable advice. Its teachings transcend culture, age, and status, offering wisdom to the young and old, rich and poor alike. Structure and purpose. Proverbs is structured as a series of short, memorable statements, many no longer than a sentence or two. The purpose is clearly stated in the opening verses: for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair. Proverbs 1-2-3. This book aims to help us make choices that honor God and bring blessing into our lives and communities. Exploring the pillars of wisdom. 1. Honoring God and following His ways. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Proverbs 1-7. The foundation of all wisdom, according to Proverbs, is reverence for God. The fear here is not terror, but awe, respect, and submission to God's authority. Recognizing that God is the ultimate source of wisdom sets our lives on the right path. Inviting God's guidance. Proverbs 3-5-6 urges: trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. This means seeking God's counsel in decisions, big or small, and trusting His plan even when it's hard to understand. Daily application. Whether at work, at home, or in relationships, honoring God influences every choice. It prompts honesty over deceit, kindness over cruelty, and humility over pride. As we seek God's wisdom through prayer and Scripture, our lives become aligned with His purpose. 2. The value of hard work and diligence. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs 10-4. Proverbs paints a clear picture. Diligence and industry are rewarded, while laziness leads to want and trouble. Learning from nature. Proverbs 6-6-8 invites us to observe the ant, small but industrious, storing up food for the future. This image highlights planning, preparation, and consistent effort. Long-term blessings. Hard work leads to provision, satisfaction, and growth, not only materially, but in character. Diligence is not about relentless busyness, but about steady, purposeful work, even when results aren't immediate. Proverbs encourages us not to give up. Proverbs 13:11, 21-5. In today's world, in a culture that often seeks instant gratification, Proverbs calls us to embrace persistence, delayed rewards, and the discipline needed for true success. Point 3. Building strong relationships. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27-17. Relationships, family, friends, co-workers shape who we are. Proverbs is rich with advice on cultivating relationships built on love, respect, and honesty. Kindness and compassion. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15-1. Responding to others with patience and understanding diffuses conflict and fosters peace. Choosing friends wisely. Walk with the wise and become wise. for a companion of fools suffers harm. Proverbs 13:20. Our closest relationships influence our values and direction. Proverbs warns us to choose companions who build us up and encourage godliness, integrity in relationships. Honesty, faithfulness, and loyalty are emphasized repeatedly. Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Proverbs 27:5-6. True friends speak the truth in love, even when it's hard. Navigating challenges with Proverbs 1. Dealing with difficult people, it is to one's honor to avoid strife. But every fool is quick to quarrel. Proverbs 22:3. Conflict is a part of life. Proverbs offers practical strategies for handling disagreements and difficult personalities. Respond with wisdom. A gentle tongue can break a bone. Proverbs 25:15. Patience, humility, and a calm response can diffuse tense situations and open the door to understanding. Set boundaries. Proverbs cautions against getting entangled with those who delight in strife. Proverbs 22:24-25. Sometimes the wisest course is to distance ourselves from toxic influences. Forgive and move on. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. Proverbs 19:11. Letting go of grudges sets us free from bitterness and fosters healing. 2. Overcoming temptation and avoiding sin, my son. If sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. Proverbs 1:10. Proverbs doesn't shy away from addressing the realities of temptation, whether it's dishonesty, lust, greed, or pride. Recognize the consequences. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Proverbs 27:12. The book repeatedly exposes the traps and long-term pain caused by sinful choices. Seek wisdom and accountability. He who walks in integrity walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. Proverbs 10:9. Surrounding ourselves with wise counsel and being open to correction keeps us on the right path. Guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23 instructs. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Temptation often starts in our thoughts. Cultivating purity and discipline within protects us from destructive actions. 3. Living with integrity and honesty. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. Proverbs 12:22. Integrity is the thread that holds all of Proverbs together. Living honestly and uprightly brings security and blessing, while deceit leads to ruin. Be consistent. Better the poor, whose walk is blameless, than a fool, whose lips are perverse. Proverbs 19:1. Integrity isn't just for public life. It shows up in our private choices. Stand for what is right, even when it's costly or unpopular. Doing the right thing is always wise in God's eyes. Proverbs 28:6. Earn trust. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Proverbs 10:9. Trust, once lost, is hard to regain. Proverbs urges us to protect it. Practical applications for modern life. 1. Finding success in career and business. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. Will not stand before obscure men. Proverbs 22:29. Proverbs is packed with advice for career growth, leadership, and business. Work with excellence. Strive for quality and reliability. Consistent, excellent work attracts opportunity and recognition. Plan wisely. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Proverbs 21:5. Thoughtful planning and preparation set the stage for success. Lead with humility and wisdom. Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. Proverbs 15:22 Wise leaders listen, seek input, and are open to growth. Avoid dishonest gain. Shortcuts and dishonesty may bring quick results, but they ultimately destroy reputations and businesses. Proverbs 11:1. 2017.2. Building strong family bonds. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Proverbs 17:6. Family is the bedrock of society. Proverbs speaks to every role: parents, children, spouses. Teach and model wisdom. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Proverbs 22:6. Parenting involves consistent teaching, discipline, and encouragement. Honor and respect. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. Proverbs 10:1. Mutual respect between generations builds strong, healthy families. Spousal relationships. Proverbs 31 celebrates the noble wife: strong, industrious, and wise. Marriage is portrayed as a partnership rooted in mutual trust, encouragement, and faithfulness. Proverbs 18:22-3. Achieving personal growth and fulfillment. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. Proverbs 16:16. True fulfillment, Proverbs teaches, is not found in wealth or status, but in the ongoing pursuit of wisdom and growth. Pursue wisdom. Make learning a lifelong habit. Read, ask questions, and seek out mentors. Proverbs 4-7. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. Embrace correction. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. Proverbs 12:1. Growth comes when we are humble enough to learn from mistakes and receive feedback. Live purposefully. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. Set goals. Seek God's direction, and live with intention and gratitude. Conclusion. Embracing the wisdom for a better life. The Book of Proverbs is a wellspring of wisdom for every area of life. Its ancient sayings speak directly into modern challenges, guiding us to honor God, work diligently, love well, choose integrity, and pursue personal growth. The key themes to remember: wisdom begins with honoring God. Hard work and diligence are rewarded. Relationships flourish with kindness, truth, and humility. Integrity builds trust and brings blessing. Practical wisdom leads to success, strong families, and personal fulfill.